Hello, I'm ColinClancy and I'm going to explain to you the history and the rules of rugby. As a rugby player, I come across people who don't know the rules and I've tried to explain it to my friends, family, relative on how the rules work. Many people understand football and it's very easy to explain. While rugby is a very new sport to America, not many people know. So as I continue, rugby began, like most games, came from the Greek version of soccer. People broke off from soccer in 1830 because they wanted to run the ball. The first ever rugby game was in 1857 when Edinburgh University played Edinburgh Academical. Then in 1861, the first rugby club was ever created outside of Britain. So Britain is where it all started. And in 1865, the British military played Montreal, Canada against their citizens. So this brought rugby out of Britain to a new country, and actually Canadian football is what came from them introducing it to Canada. And Canadian football is a giant organization that is running Canada now. In 1871, the Rugby Football Union was created, and soon after, the first international match between Scotland and Britain. Today, the Rugby Union has carried on its legacy over the years and is what we are familiar with today. So the background of rugby, the point of rugby, is to score more than the opponent and not let them score on you, which is pretty much the point of most games we play. You play on a grass field that's 100 meters long, and on either end has a goal post. To score, you must touch the ball down into the try zone. There's an allotted 10-meter zone past where the goal posts are. And a score is called a try. That is why we call it the try zone. To get to the try zone, you have to maneuver through the defense without dropping the ball or passing it forward. So everything you do in rugby, the ball must go backwards toward your other players, and they must catch it without dropping it on the ground. Here's a video I'm going to show that gives a little bit more in-depth visual here.
Rugby union is a 15-a-side game played on a grass pitch measuring up to 100 metres in length and 70 metres in width. The pitch is divided up by the following important lines: the goal line, the 22 metres line, the 10 metres, and the halfway line. The goal consists of two posts and a horizontal bar in the form of an H. A rugby team is made up of 8 forwards, the pack, who contest the scrum and are generally considered the team's heavy squad. The front row consists of 2 props, a tight head prop and a loose head prop, and the hooker. They are supported by 2 second row forwards and a back row of 2 flankers and a number 8. The half-back line features a scrum half and an outside half or fly half who link play between the forwards and the backs. The 5 backs comprise 2 centres, 2 wings, and a full-back. For a team to score a try worth 5 points, they must touch the ball down behind the goal line. A conversion worth 2 points is scored when the kicker places the ball between the posts and over the bar from point level with where the try was touched down. A penalty is awarded when a foul is committed and is worth 3 points if the kicker can place it between the posts as for a conversion. A drop goal results from open play and is also worth 3 points. When a player drops the ball from his hands, kicks it on the bounce, and it lands between the posts. The referee, armed with a whistle and these days with a radio link to the 4th official, indicates his decision by gestures. These include a try given, knock on, forward pass, set scrum, collapsing the scrum, ball not released, high tackle, offside, video review.
So that has given you, it was a little bit boring, but it gave you a very good description of what rugby's like. And rugby is not boring. Rugby is my favorite sport, and I've played pretty much all of them here that America has to offer. And personally, the reason I find rugby so fun is flow of the game. It's never stopping. It's a very big team sport. It's not selfish. Everyone gets to touch the ball, and it is becoming huge in America. And it's the third most popular sport in the world, and it's amazing that America really hasn't jumped on board yet. More and more U.S. colleges every year are fielding more teams. Women's rugby is becoming big too. It's currently one of the fastest growing sports in America, and all Ivy Leagues are trying to have more rugby teams participate. One of the big things that I think America is going to like about rugby is that it is way less injuries. Although it may not look like it, rugby is not a big head-to-head contact sport. While there is a lot of contact, it's not 100% body-to-body because there is no pads. More rugby teams are being developed for the younger age, which the Danville Oaks here, the team I play for, has been around for only 6 years, and I've been lucky enough to win one national championship and place third in another. So it is already taken off in California where I live, and I hope and I know it's going to build up around the whole world or nation, so we can compete with the world. Because right now America is not competing well with other countries. The other countries, the reason why is because other countries have been developing the game for so much longer than we have, and there's a World Cup, just like in soccer, every 4 years, and the teams like New Zealand and Australia and Britain, they dominate the game because they've been around for so long. But America, we're soon to catch up. Also, the camaraderie rugby brings to the table is unlike any other sport. It's actually a rule, pretty much, is after the game, both teams come together, and originally they would share tea after the game because Britain is big on tea. And nowadays, they usually come together and they throw a small soiree and have a great time. And I think that's what it's all about. And that's really why people love rugby. And anyways, rugby, it has gone through the years and developed by people who love to keep changing the game, and the game is always changing. It's getting bigger, and I'm glad to say that America is finally catching on, and I think it'll be a big hit here. And thank you for listening to my presentation.